Johannesburg Mayor Kabelo Gwamanda has shown no sign of panic as talks around his removal from office remain strong in Johannesburg. The ANC in the city says it's been in talks with other political parties as it tries to take over the mayorship. Let's bring in our reporter Ziniko Mhlaba, who joins us live from the Johannesburg CBD. It's a story that broke just last week. Ziniko, how is it that he is reportedly so calm?
Well, we saw that calm attitude over the weekend when Mr. Gwamanda was attending a memorial service of an EFF councillor who was killed in Alexandra. That's where he spoke for the first time, after these calls started coming out 3 weeks ago, coming from civil society at that time. However, towards the end of last week, we spoke to the ANC in Johannesburg as we kept probing whether these calls have any ground politically. Well, the ANC in Johannesburg last week, when we interviewed them outside the Johannesburg Council, confirmed to Newzroom Afrika that indeed the plans were way underway to ensure that they consolidated the numbers in that seat of Johannesburg Council so that they can be able to regain their mayorship as the ANC. Remember that the seat of Johannesburg for many years, or over the decades, has been at the helm of that seat of Johannesburg before the 2016 local government election. That's when the last mayor who served a full term was Park Stow before 2016, and of course he was unseated by Herman Mashaba under the Democratic Alliance umbrella. So the ANC now wants to regain that position. We know that another party that has been, showing some good attitude towards the ANC calls to have that mayorship back is Action SA. So we were also, told by Fikile Mbalula, Secretary General of the ANC, that today he will be getting, a briefing from the ANC in Johannesburg so that he can come and brief ANC Top 7, at Luthuli House. And that meeting of Luthuli House, as we know that it's a norm that every Monday ANC officials, in this case Top 7, come and meet and discuss various issues that affecting the party generally. So we're told that Mbalula will then use this meeting to also brief the members of the Top 7 about the developments that are happening in Johannesburg. And of course, if Top 7 of the ANC endorses or approves the plan of the ANC in Johannesburg, then we'll start seeing the movement now in the city of councillors in the city, where in the council will be able now to hear whether there'll be a special sitting that will be called, or they will engage with Kabelo Gwamanda, outside the corridors of the council and advise him to resign. And following that, obviously, we're expecting that Dada Morello will be elected as the mayor of the city of Johannesburg. So today is a very, very important day. It will give clarity, on whether, those calls are going to go ahead or not. It is dependent on this particular meeting that is taking place behind us here at Luthuli House. So we'll wait and see by the evening whether there's a green light from Luthuli House. We understand that one of the stumbling blocks in these negotiations and the delays to have that ANC candidate taking over is the issue of the speaker. Well, the ANC in the city of Johannesburg negotiating with Action SA. Action SA reportedly was asking to be given the speaker position, a proposal that the ANC and NEC did not take kindly or did not accept, and directing the ANC in Johannesburg to go back to negotiating table to resolve that matter so that the ANC is able to hold on to the mayorship and the speaker position. So we'll hear what comes out of this meeting of the ANC officials, and that will pave the way for the events in Johannesburg to proceed or to be halted.
Ziniko, he's been in the mayor's chair since May of 2023. The position of mayor in Johannesburg has become somewhat of a poison chalice, hasn't it? It's been described as a revolving door. We had a number of mayors in a very short space of time due to various reasons. What does this do for stability in a city that is plagued by service delivery challenges?
I mean, that's one of the concerns, Michelle, coming from the residents we've spoken to earlier this month. You'll remember that, any administration that takes over has to look at what was the handover from the previous administration, especially if the changes are coming, or the mayors, that are succeeding each other coming from the same party things become easier because nothing is changed in terms of the key priorities of that particular administration. However, if administrations are coming from different factions, and in this case, we are talking about Kabelo Gwamanda, who succeeded, Thapelo Ahmad, but they were all under that umbrella, which included the support of the ANC, the support of the EFF, and the support of AIC, UDM, and COPE. So if things change right now in terms of the executive mayor, we are expecting nothing much to change because Kabelo Gwamanda still falls within that block of the coalition that will still be in charge of the city of Johannesburg. So we're not expecting much to change. However, damage has been done already in the past 5 years because the changes were coming from a mayor of the Democratic Alliance to the mayor of the ANC or an ANC-supported mayor. That's where now we're seeing a lot of projects being stalled, especially some of the taxi ranks that were introduced by Pakistan 5 years ago or even before that. Those projects are not completed yet. A case in point, before the election of Kabelo Gwamanda, or actually immediately after his election, we saw that explosion that took place in Bree Street, or what the street is known now as Lillian Goyim. That project has not been completed. One wonders then what could be the stumbling block, because Kabelo Gwamanda took over Thapelo Ahmad, who took over, Dada Morelo. However, before that, there was Dr. Popolata was leading the city of Johannesburg. So all those changes in the executive do affect the programs of the city generally, whether it's infrastructure, whether it's water and sanitation issues, whether it's electricity issues, because now each and every administration that comes in place comes up with all its plans in terms of how they will solve all those challenges.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's certainly an important issue for us to watch as the saga around Kabelo Gwamanda continues. Ziniko Mhlaba left us there from the Johannesburg CBD, in fact, just outside Luthuli House.